This is John O'Brien. I want to wish everyone a happy Father's Day. Thank you so much for watching this H.A. Goodman live stream. I just want to tell you how much I love and admire Sally Yates. That man Clapper has her. I'm so upset.
Thank you so much for watching this very special YouTube live stream on H.A. Goodman YouTube. I'll be channeling Jeff Sessions and Brennan and all the other clowns and criminals a bit later. But Peter Strzok is going to go ahead and testify before Congress. Peter Strzok is going to go ahead and testify. And it's not going to be pretty. In fact, it's going to be, he's going to need Lisa Page's love after, because it's not going to be fun. The best part of all of this is that he's voluntarily testifying. He's voluntarily testifying. He, through the good graces of his own accord, because there's nothing there. There's no there. They're always like, there's no there. The guy writes, we have to stop Trump. Don't worry, pumpkin. Don't worry, my love. We'll stop Trump. And everyone's like, nothing there. There's nothing there. Even the IG report said, yeah, we don't know about Strzok. We don't want to throw everyone under the bus because it's so utterly corrupt. But Strzok, yeah, he could have possibly influenced people, and other people could have too. He could have influenced the investigation against Trump and for Clinton. Hillary Clinton's like a sloppy drunk, barfing all over the place with just classified intelligence, special access program intelligence. We came, we saw, he died. And the Democratic Party is too stupid to realize that everything that they don't like about Trump started under Obama. That's including immigration. And now you have James A. Wolf stooping, a New York Times journalist. You have Peter Strzok and Lisa Page doing the wild thing. Bruce and Ellie Orr, who knows what they do. Bill Clinton and Hillary don't even go there. Hillary, who cares? Who cares? But it's this like Abedin Wiener, who, by the way, James Comey didn't know that Abedin was married to Wiener. But let's go ahead right now and get to this. Peter Strzok, willing to testify. He's willing to testify, don't you know? He's willing to. He's going to, out of the good graces of his own accord. He's such a nice guy. I love the public relations spin. It's fantastic. There's no better public relations spin than this. He's just going to go ahead through his own accord. And it's like, it's just unbelievable. By the way, I want to thank everybody in the chat room. I have the best chat room. It gets better. Thank you, Scott Matthews. I want to thank everyone in the super chat who contributes to this channel. You guys are amazing. And the super chat, the live stream is even more fun than. Thank you, Scott Matthews. Thank you. It's even more fun than just uploading, me yelling and doing my impressions and then uploading. Because I get to enjoy all of this with you. 452 people after like 6 minutes. And by the way, last night was an epic. This is the middle of the night. So this is technically not HA After Dark. This is HA evening. HA in the evening. So this is like 6 p.m. and then 9 p.m. Eastern. But I'll very likely do live stream tonight at like 1 or 12:30 or 1:30. I don't know. And that gets freaky. That's a freaky live stream. It is fun. It is funny. It's awesome. Late night is great. Everybody that shows up late night is like awesome, but everyone showing up now is wonderful as well. And it's just I always have the greatest comment section on YouTube, and I also have the greatest live stream chat group. All right, so let's just go ahead. Peter Strzok's willing to testify. He's willing. Well, that's good. That's nice. It would have taken 100 years for congressional Republicans apparently to subpoena him. So he was going to get subpoenaed eventually. So this all public relations nonsense. Oh, he's willing to. Well, that is really great of him. That is fantastic. He's willing to go ahead and explain that he had no bias against Trump when he said, "Don't worry, pumpkin. Don't worry, my love. We're going to go after Trump. He won't win. He won't win." Peter Strzok, FBI agent, pulled from Mueller probe over anti-Trump texts, open to testify to Congress. Oh, that's good. A top FBI agent who was removed from special counsel Robert Mueller's Russia investigation after the discovery of anti-Trump texts he sent to his mistress is willing to testify before Congress about his actions. His attorney confirmed Sunday. Don't you love when FBI agents have attorneys? Usually, like you should have an FBI agents that are law-abiding, that don't really need these attorneys to protect them. It isn't Lisa Page an attorney? Anyway, the attorney for Peter Strzok told the Washington Post that his client would not invoke the Fifth Amendment rights and would be willing to testify without an immunity deal. Oh, that's fantastic. Gee, a little presumptuous, don't you think? A little presumptuous, don't you think? It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. He's like, don't worry, I'll testify, and I won't even ask for an immunity deal. That's how nice I am. I would have used a profanity alert now. You think you would have gotten an immunity deal for what? Andrew McCabe didn't get an immunity deal, and he's up the river without a paddle. Andrew McCabe, the hilarious thing is that all of it's falling on him. All Sessions needs to do, he will eventually, slow-moving Sessions. Slow. You mean you want me to indict McCabe? For what? Oh, for all the charges that for the criminal referral. Oh, that. Okay. I didn't know. Okay. You know what? Have you heard this, Mr. President? You know what Bill Clinton wants to do? He wants to guest host on Dr. Phil. Yes. He thinks he can go ahead and give psychological advice to people. Well, it would be like Charles Manson giving anger management advice. Yes. No. He wants to be, and he said he wants to be the next Dr. Ruth. If you can, more like Jack the Ripper, if you can believe it. No, I don't know about that. Yes. He wants to, Dr. Phil, yeah. I don't know what Dr. Phil's doing. Okay now. Thank you. The poo-poo? Yes, John Brennan did try it. We spoke about that last night. Subscribe to HA Second Amendment. He has a mag dump, not to do with poo-poo. It's a rapid fire. It's called mag dump. He unloads 40 rounds for Father's Day. It's his Second Amendment channel, and it's a special Father's Day episode. All right, great. Have a great day. Poo-poo out. Bye. Anyway, 677 people. So I appreciate you all. Yeah, Jeff Sessions is slow as molasses, but let's just go ahead. So that's really nice of you. That's really nice of you, Peter Strzok. So Peter Strzok's like, don't worry, I'm not going to ask for immunity. I know you're going to give me immunity. Not going to ask for it. I won't ask for immunity. Don't worry. But thank you. And you know what? I'm not going to wait for any subpoena. I'll just go and testify myself. So, okay. So Peter Strzok thinks that his position, character, and actions, oh my God, have all been misrepresented and caricatured. No, caricatured would be what I'm doing with Sessions. How are you today? That's a caricature. It's not even how he speaks. So, like, I love the Southern accent. I love people from the South. I'm nothing against, anybody. Obviously, it's just out of fun and love. But that's actually not how he speaks. It's not even an Alabama accent what I do. It's just a caricature. So that's a caricature. A caricature. Caricatured. So he's saying that, gosh, people are. When I said we need to stop Trump, and when I talked about an insurance policy, Andrew McCabe's office with Lisa Page, regarding we can't take the risk of Trump becoming president. Now, I hope they don't. This is an alley-oop slam dunk with nobody there. Just this is a simple slam dunk. Republicans can't mess this up. They can't mess this up like when Comey was, so you allowed them to print information, classified information? Okay, yeah, well, that's fine. When contacted by Fox News, Goldman confirmed the statement he gave to the Post was accurate. If I have to click on the Washington Post, I will. So, Washington Post, FBI agent removed from Russia probe for anti-Trump text says he's willing to testify before Congress. Democrats don't care, by the way. Like, let's put it this way. Democrats wouldn't mind if an FBI agent actually said, we have to stop Trump. Don't worry, we'll stop Trump. And another FBI agent said, he's not going to win, is he? And then that same FBI agent said, no, don't worry, honey, we'll stop Trump. We have to engage in an insurance policy because we can't take the risk of Trump becoming president. Yeah, the Democrats don't care about that. That's actually, could you imagine if it was this? We have to stop Hillary. We can't let Hillary Clinton win. Don't worry, honey, Hillary Clinton will not win. And oh, by the way, from the last couple segments, live streams, did you know a couple interesting facts about the Inspector General report? Number one, there was no grand jury because there was too much classified intelligence on Hillary Clinton's server. Okay, Michael Brandt, thank you so much. Michael, thanks. You know what? Is it better to have Strzok testify as an active employee? I'm not 100% sure. It would have been better had he been subpoenaed. And he just, I mean, whether he's an active employee or he can always hide behind, well, I'm at the FBI now. It's his privileged information. It's probably better now, but Sessions has to go ahead and let him know that there's a criminal referral out for him. There's already a criminal referral out for McCabe. So we're waiting. The clock is ticking regarding McCabe. So, and Sessions is not, McCabe will get indicted, but see, the thing is, in Congress, you have Matt Gaetz, you have Jim Jordan, you have Ron DeSantis, you have Lee Zeldin, you have some others. I'm missing a bunch, but you have like 19 pretty hardcore Democrats. I mean, yeah, right. Republicans. And even Lindsey Graham, the testosterone shots were working. Yes, Ghosts of Paul Revere, thank you. No, thank you so much. Thank you, Ghost of Paul Revere. And I just greatly appreciate that. Like I said, my Second Amendment channel, I did today, mag dump, and it has nothing to, for somebody who doesn't know what a mag dump is, they would think, poo-poo dossier? No, it's actually, in California, 10-round clip. And so I have four magazines, and I unload as fast as I can, semi-automatic. But it's fantastic, and it was like a little celebration for Father's Day. That's what I did today, and then I spent time with the family. But anyway, so thank you so much, Ghost of Paul Revere. I love Haiti. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup. Azande X, thank you. Thank you so much. Haitian people are beautiful people. And in New York, I speak French pretty well, not great, but okay. And so whenever I would meet a person from Haiti in New York, I would speak French with them. It's awesome. I don't get a chance really to speak French too much. But anyway, which leads to the Clinton Foundation in Haiti, which also will lead to eventually Clinton indictments. You can't, like I continue to say, I stated that she would lose the election. Nobody was talking about that. I have the pulse of what's going on. And the pulse right now is Strzok testifying is yet another stepping stone. So Bruce, thank you so much. Tomaszewski, thank you so much. Greatly appreciated. This is a stepping stone. So what's taking place right now is Sessions. I mean, I'm trying not to do the impression now, but I have to, because this is exactly what. So you mean I have to actually do something? I thought I was just going to sit here and enjoy myself. Yes, I did. We did give a criminal referral to Andrew McCabe. Does that mean we have to charge him? After a criminal referral from the IG, we have to actually do something? I'm not going to do anything. How's that? You tell Mr. President that, oh, hello, Mr. President. I thought it was somebody else. Yes. Well, we were just waiting for more political will. This will help you out. We're waiting for Lee Zeldin and Matt Gaetz and Jim Jordan and Ron DeSantis and everybody else. There's already 19 really angry Republicans. They're angry. And you know those testosterone shots that, well, I heard that Lindsey Graham, who, by the way, I beat in high school wrestling. Well, you didn't know that, did you? Oh, I whooped him. I made him big. Yes. It was like a scene in Deliverance. Yes. Lindsey Graham has been taking those hormone shots, those testosterone shots, and it's beginning to work. He loves you. Yeah, well, I know. He said that he doesn't care what people think. He loves you. He loves you the way Strzok loves Paige. Okay, I will eventually do something. I just need more angry Republicans. Get them angry, and make them ask Strzok something. Okay. Yeah. No, I don't care what kind of positions they were in. I'm trying to be civil. I don't know what she likes. No, we don't have that information on Peter Strzok and Lisa Page. We do have it about James Clapper and Sally. Oh, we have all that information. Believe me, if you ever want to vomit, just watch the videos I have. Okay. All right. Thank you, sir. Yeah, we'll just keep on waiting around doing nothing. Okay, bye. Thank you, MW. Thank you. The sealed indictments, all these sealed indictments. I mean, I don't really know what to make of. I don't know what to make of that, because the issue with, in terms of Sessions is waiting for political will, and the political will is slowly building up. I could only comment on, like, for example, McCabe has a criminal referral. Peter Strzok, the Rose Man. Thank you so much. The Rose Man. Thank you. Peter Strzok is in deep doo-doo. Like Sessions would say, deep doo-doo. You know, my Sessions is almost like a Ross Perot. That's what I'm thinking, like Ross Perot. I love Ross Perot, by the way. But anyway. Sessions is waiting for political will. And so what's taking place right now is he's just waiting and waiting and waiting. Now, you have Peter Strzok before Congress. All Peter Strzok has to do, and I might write it. I'm finishing up a daily. I'm going to pitch the Daily Caller with an article about this, but there are questions that Peter Strzok has to be asked. For example, what did he mean by prodigal champ? Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate it, prodigal champ. Thank you. All they have to ask Peter Strzok is this: number one, why did you write we're going to stop Trump, when in the context was he's not going to be right pumpkin? He's not going to win, right pumpkin? Right? What's the actual text? The actual text. I don't know if the actual text says pumpkin or not. The actual text message regarding the stop Trump text. And then Washington Post 2 days ago. Yep, the will stop Trump text is bad, but Trump overplayed his hand. That's stupid. Why doesn't the will stop Trump text and the Russia investigation? I agree 100%. That's in town hall. Thomas J. Farnan. I agree it's the opinion section, but hold on one second. The actual text is, here we go. I got to click on the Washington Post again. I don't want to, but I have to. Okay. President Trump wrote, FBI agent Peter Strzok, who headed the Clinton and Russia investigations, texted to his lover, Lisa Page, in the IG report that we'll stop candidate Trump from becoming president. Doesn't get any lower than that. That's true. So at this point right now, if you're like defending these FBI agents, you have a major problem in your brain. But I'll get to the actual text. Top agents said FBI would stop Trump from becoming president. Okay, so she goes, this is Lisa Page. Trump's not ever going to become president, right? Asked the top FBI lawyer, Lisa Page, right? And she's like, she turned into a Valley girl. And then Peter Strzok, the agent overseeing the FBI investigation to links between Mr. Trump's campaign in Russia, which there were no links, and this is so stupid. They don't even know how it would even happen. No, he won't. We'll stop it. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you what Peter Strzok's going to say. He's going to say, and this is like really sick. I'll just do a Peter Strzok impression. This is one of the Southern congressmen who I'll do my best corrupt FBI agent, straight-laced, corrupt, satanic, straight-laced person voice for Peter Strzok. And I'm like not a comedian, I'm just playing around. But one of the Southern congressmen is like, did you sit on the wiener laptop, Mr. Comey? And they ask these like ridiculous questions that Comey's just like, no, I didn't know. Andrew McCabe didn't tell me. But this is what's going to happen. He's going to go to Congress. So the actual text message that he has to go ahead and thank you, Grumpy Bear. Thank you, Christoph. Now you are colluding. I love the Russian people. I do love the Russian people. Grumpy Bear. Thank you, Christoph. The Rose Man. Okay, so Ghost of Power here. So thank you, Grumpy Bear and Christoph. So let's go ahead. This is what they're going to ask. Mr. Strzok, what did you mean when you were texting your lover? Trump's, no, sorry. Your love partner that you made sweet love to, I assume. I don't want to get ahead of myself. But the Trump's not ever going to become president, right? Right? And then you wrote, no, he won't. We'll stop it. We'll stop it. We will stop it. Or we apostrophe LL, stop it. Not LL Cool J. I mean will. The word will. We will. We will stop it. Don't drop it. We will stop it, meaning you will stop Trump. What did you mean by that? Thank you, sir, for having me on, having me here. I came at my own accord. My name is Peter Strzok. I've done this out of the goodness of my heart because I felt that I needed the record to be straight, the way I am straight. And as you can see, I had Lisa Page as my lover. I'm straight. Straight-laced FBI agent. Straight being the operative word. And what can I tell you? I'm very honest, very straight-laced. And I want to let you know something right now. My text messages were all about pure and unadulterated integrity. And I want to let you know something right now. I dislike the way people have characterized "We'll stop Trump." Don't you know I wanted to stop Trump because I thought that he was colluding with the Russians? Okay? You can see like the Democrats. Paul Espinosa, thank you. I'm going to get to Trey Gowden in a second. He's slowly turning towards logic, and so Strzok will eventually will twist this into. I went ahead and we Lisa Page, all of us, we really thought that he was colluding with the Russians. So what was that, sir? No, not selling uranium. No, that was Obama and Clinton. No, we presided over that too. Actually, Mueller did. Mueller allowed a yellow cake uranium to be shipped out of Congress. Am I speaking out of turn? Okay, that's fine. Andrew McCabe, yeah, he's a big problem. I'll testify against him if you want, no problem. M&W, thank you so much. Not really into it, but I respect people who are. But Strzok is going to say that all he did, I only said we're going to stop Trump because he was colluding with the Russians. Now, what do you mean when you were talking about the insurance policy? The insurance policy. Were you talking about life insurance? Were you talking about boat insurance? Were you talking about firearm insurance? Were you talking about sometimes porno stars insure their penis? Were you talking about penis insurance? The kind that perhaps Anthony Weiner used? What kind of insurance policy were you talking about? You couldn't take the risk, you said. The risk of Trump becoming president. And he's going to go ahead and he's going to basically say that, sir, Congressman, the insurance policy that I was talking about was the active investigation into the Trump. It was the active investigation into the Trump collusion with Russia. So they're going to spin this, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be another epic poop mess, because if you give like an alcoholic or a crack addict or a meth addict, if you give thank you for the kind words. I love everyone here. I appreciate everything. I appreciate all your kind comments. But if you give people, what Strzok is going to do during this testimony is he's going to basically feed the trolls and the insane people, the conspiracy theorists with Trump Russia. He might even go so far as to say there are people within the FBI who didn't allow him to truly investigate Trump's links to Russia. So it's very, 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 it's a situation where if they don't ask him the right questions, it's not going to be good. This is all about political will. Now, Strzok's testimony will eventually lead to more questions and more political will for either a special counsel or for John Huber to actually do his job. Trey Gowdy, who knows what Trey Gowdy's doing right now, because Trey Gowdy's an interesting one. Trey Gowdy, so you have two text messages from Strzok. Actually, you have like thousands and thousands from Strzok and Page. But if you look at Trey Gowdy, he seems to be upset from all of this. So Trey Gowdy threatens DOJ FBI officials over Clinton probe documents. Good. So this is actually a Huffington Post article. The House Oversight Chairman is demanding documents related to Hillary Clinton, Andrew McCabe, and the alleged surveillance of the Trump campaign. House Oversight Committee Chairman Trey Gowdy threatened on Sunday to hold top FBI and Justice Department officials in contempt of Congress if they fail to comply with lawmakers' subpoenas for sensitive documents. Earlier this year, lawmakers subpoenaed troves of documents. So they're waiting for 1.2 million documents. You know what they got? Bupkis, nothing. They got 3,000 documents. They got 3,000 documents. They're waiting for 1.2 million. They got about 3,000. So, you know, they're waiting for 1.2 million documents. I love also the way that the media is. Oh no, is it Meathead? It's Meathead. Rob Reiner. Why Hollywood hates Trump? Reiner accused president of treason. Okay, buddy. Trey Gowdy threatens DOJ Trump FBI officials over Clinton probe documents. So the interesting thing here would be if he's serious, it's actually a very good thing. You need Lindsey Graham. Unfortunately, you need Trey Gowdy, who's all over the place. But you need Lindsey Graham. You need Chuck Grassley. These are Lindsey Graham and Grassley are senators. Gowdy is not. But you need more than just 19 Republicans. So the 19 Republicans that are now in Congress demanding criminal charges for Clinton. Let's just read them out. 19 Republicans, DeSantis. Okay, DeSantis, letter, charge. Okay, so DeSantis leads criminal referral to Justice Department regarding Comey, McCabe, Clinton, Strzok, and others. This was in April. So you have the following members have joined DeSantis in his call for equal application: Andy Biggs, Arizona; Dave Brat, Virginia; Jeff Duncan, South Carolina; Matt Gaetz, Florida; Paul Gosar, Arizona; Andy Harris, Maryland; Jody Heiss, Georgia; Todd Rokita, Indiana; Claudia Tenney, New York; and Ted Yoho, Florida. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So there's about 13 or 14 people here, and they demanded criminal charges for how many people? They demanded criminal charges for Andrew McCabe, Peter Strzok, Lisa Page, Loretta Lynch, and Hillary Clinton, and James Comey. This was in April, okay? So then Vox wrote, 11 House Republicans call for prosecutions of Clinton. The authoritarianism is coming from inside the House. Okay, it's not authoritarianism if they committed crimes. They don't even think that Bernie Sanders was cheated. They don't think that Democrats did anything wrong. Democrats don't ever do anything wrong. It's always justified. It's always justified. By the way, we have 1,190 people. Do me a favor right now if you're watching. Text this out. Share this link out to this on Facebook, on Twitter. Share this out right now. Let people know about this ongoing live stream. So Trey Gowdy is now threatening officials. So, I mean, you have a whole lot of things going on at once. Strzok's going to testify. Michael Horowitz, by the way, is going to testify tomorrow. Did you know this? Tell everyone. Michael Horowitz is going to testify tomorrow. And when Michael Horowitz testifies, it's also not going to be pretty. Because they're going to ask, well, what do you mean? Why? What do you mean? You have all these examples of there's no jury because there's too much classified intelligence, so which means that she really, really engaged in criminal activity. Oh, well, she didn't mean to. We didn't see. They didn't think that she meant to. Well, then how come there's so much classified intelligence? How do you get that? How was it transferred? All of this is theater. All of it. Nobody is asking the relevant question. And that's from Sessions. President Trump has to ask this too. If he tweets this out, we'll know that he watches his YouTube channel. But he needs to tweet this out, and they need to, whether it's Gowdy or Devin Nunes or anybody that is in the House side or Senate or within U.S. politics. How did she transfer top secret intelligence and special access program intelligence from SIPRNet, JWICs, and SCIFs? And other secure locations. How did she do that? That is intent. And we already have within the IG report the actual phrase. The actual phrase that says from Bill Priestap, oh, by the way, we saw Clinton Foundation emails along with. All right, so let's go ahead and. This is just unbelievable. I'll get to that in a second. All right, so Lee Zeldin. Right here. I'll go ahead and put the download here on the live chat. Go, if you read this, it's just unbelievable. Here's the download. All right. I'll do it again because there's a lot of people here. So the download also is in the description section, I believe. Is it in the description section? I can't even see the description section. Okay. There's Clinton Foundation emails, and all they have to do is ask Horowitz or anyone. Just go ahead and type in Clinton Foundation in this report right here, the 600-page monstrosity. Okay, it's right here. It's on page 290. In the download, it would be on page 10 of the download. No, I'm sorry. It's the 10th reference. Sorry, page 290. If you're looking at this at home, just go to page 290, or it's the 10th reference. If you type in Clinton Foundation of the download of the actual report, which I will go ahead and download again, send it to you again. So if you're on the live stream chat here, although I think that there's a delay, so just me. Thank you, just me. Greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, so I'll do it again because I'm a neurotic individual. I am. There. So just go to page 290, which is the 10th, which is just do a word search for Clinton Foundation. Okay? Very simple. It's justice.gov /file /10719991 Okay, so it's www.justice.gov /file /10719991 download. And so it's the second from bottom paragraph. Priestap's notes from September 29th contain the following entry. Banker voluntarily provided emails from 2007 on 347,000 emails, state.gov. Priestap received this information from FBI GC Baker, or Priestap felt he needed to tell Baker this information. As noted below, Baker recalled the first learning about the Wiener laptop issue from EAD Coleman on October 3rd. Priestap provided the following interpretation of his notes. My guess, I am not positive, is that this was an indication, we thought the time frame was roughly 2007 on. There were roughly this many emails, and that it included both State Department and Clinton Foundation business. Now, they might be referring to the Wiener laptop, but information from the Wiener laptop emanated from Clinton's server. There's a reason they sat on the Wiener laptop. In the chat room, what's the reason they sat on the Wiener laptop? What's the reason? They sat on the Wiener laptop because they didn't want to ruin her. She was the most atrocious candidate. It was basically like just a walking criminal. And you can't expect different publications like the New York Times to be like, hey, she's a criminal. They have journalists sleeping with people who leak information for the sole purpose of a political outcome. That's not okay. The reason I love WikiLeaks and Julian Assange, they don't have a political mission when they publish documents. People think because they published the actual corrupt words of Hillary Clinton that it was political. Oh my God, you published her words and not Trump's. Maybe Trump is less corrupt. Hate to break it to you. That's impossible. He's just as corrupt. In fact, he's more corrupt. And with her, you get more policies that you like. So they're just the same. They're just the same corruption, but she'll get policies you like. Don't you know? That's their mindset. Their mindset is, oh, well, we're corrupt, but at least you get more of what your policy goals are. We get more of Hidden for Time. Thank you so much. Thank you, Hidden for Time. Thank you. We're at 100. Thank you, Dan. I appreciate that. Hidden for Time. Just Me. Thank you, Just Me. But you know, the interesting thing is this channel is growing and it's growing and it's growing and it's 116,000 and it'll get to 120,000 very soon. Thank you. I'm hoping 150,000 soon. But the interesting thing is that we're always going against the grain. I'm always going against the grain, not because I want to go against the grain, because it just so happens that the publications that are not quote unquote clickbait, not quote unquote hyperbole or whatever, just happen to have journalists that not only sleeping with, people in the Senate, but hanging out with FBI agents. Here, you want a ticket to the Nationals game? How many tickets have been offered to you by law enforcement? Or how many times have you offered law enforcement tickets or, movie engagements or whatever? Dinners. That's what was taking place. The media was in bed, in some cases, literally, very likely, literally and figuratively, with the government and with law enforcement. Thank you, Cold Warrior. Thank you. Yeah, it's 1,400 people. So I'm really, really excited. Happy Father's Day to everybody. And thank you for watching. And just remember this, this is going to get kind of, maybe raw here, but abiding by YouTube policies, because I'm not going to use any profanity. Michael Brandt, thank you. Well, Roger Stone, I'll get to Roger Stone in a couple minutes, but Roger, that's an interesting one. When you're having sex with sources, it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing to just go ahead and have sexual relations with sources. So if you're relying on your connections, the physical connections with people in government, and the publication knows that you're having sexual relations, it's not just that one incident. It's a whole lot of, you had Podesta in the WikiLeaks emails going ahead and inviting people to dinners. You have all of this, and there's something to be said when there's a connection. I'm not just talking about a sexual connection. I'm talking about a connection between people. I'm talking about shaking hands. They call it pressing flesh. Strzok and Page call it pressing flesh in a different way. But if I'm going ahead and talking to you constantly and, hanging out with you and taking you to dinner and, I don't know, engaging in sexual relations, okay, then you're probably more apt to see things my way, or you're probably more apt to agree politically. You have all of these people, Bruce and Nellie Orr, Peter Strzok and Lisa Page, Uma Abedin and Anthony Weiner. You have all of these people who are either husband and wife. It's true, sex is definitely the oldest diplomacy, definitely. But, I mean, we're not talking about marriages between different kings or, princes and princesses and kings and queens. We're talking about Obama's administration should have been where they were saying a separate DOJ, separate FBI. Then you had Loretta Lynch meeting with Bill Clinton. Then you had Peter Strzok and Lisa Page who were stooping each other and hate Trump. Then you have one journalist at the New York Times who is furthering and fostering a Russian hacking narrative. Why is sex so intertwined with all of this? I don't know. Maybe Dr. Phil, maybe we should ask Dr. Phil about the anti-Trump bias that he has. Because Dr. Phil doesn't like Trump, apparently, allegedly. The interesting thing here also is that, well, I want to thank, on Twitter, trust the plan. Thank you. That was a nice thing. Tune into HE's live stream. But it's just unbelievable that all right. So Tom Arnold is saying that Trump is a Russian spy. Okay, well that means absolutely nothing. Papa D, thank you so much. But I'll continue reading. So we'll read it again. Priestap's notes, this is page 290. And it's the second to last paragraph, page 290 of the Justice Department download. Priestap's notes from September 29th contain the following entry. Baker voluntarily provided emails from 2007 on. Priestap explained that Baker notation meant that either Priestap received this information from FBI GC Baker notation, Baker or Priestap felt that he needed to tell Baker this information. As noted below, Baker recalled first learning about the Wiener laptop issue from EID Coleman on October 3rd. Priestap provided the following interpretation of his notes. My guess, I'm not positive, is that this was an indication, we thought the time frame was roughly 2007 on. There were roughly as many emails, 347,000, that it included both State Department and Clinton Foundation business. State Department and Clinton Foundation business within the Wiener laptop, which emanated from Clinton's private server. So Priestap told us that he met with lead analyst Strzok and FBI lead analyst Strzok and FBI attorney, which means that anything he found would then they'd just throw it in a desk and let it rot forever. Priestap told us he met with Strzok on a nearly daily basis during this period. Well, then there you go. That anything that he found in terms of evidence would have been glossed over. It's just unbelievable because when you look at this report, it's insane. Look, it's come to a point right now where there's so much corruption that they have to hide behind bureaucracy, because if you can't simply say the truth, that Democrats are far more corrupt than Republicans, and that the evidence shows that they're far more corrupt, and that the real conspiracy theorists are actually Democrats. You can't say that, because if they do, the entire system crumbles. And I usually don't talk like that, and I'm not that type of person to speak like that, because you know me, I'm not that type of person to speak like that, but in this case, it's very true. Let's go ahead. If you type in Bubba Bill, what do you get? What happens if you type in my name? I hope there's only positive information about me. I hope there's nothing about that dress. Well, that was a good time. It was a good time had by all. On June 27, 2016, while the mid-year investigation was nearing completion, then Attorney General Loretta Lynch and former President Bill Clinton had an unscheduled meeting. It's just an unscheduled meeting. Alan, thank you so much. Alan Nagane, I hope I pronounced your last name correctly. Alan, thank you so very, very much. Greatly, greatly appreciated. Greatly appreciated. And so thank you, Alan. And the only way that I can repay everyone's kindness and people who do contribute to the live chat is by this paragraph. On June 22nd, Bubba Bill. June 27, 2016, the mid-year investigation was nearing completion. Then Attorney General Loretta Lynch and former President Bill Clinton had an unscheduled meeting while their planes were parked on the tarmac at Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport. President Bill Clinton boarded Lynch's plane, and Lynch's husband and the former president met for approximately 20 to 30 minutes. Strzok saying, "Stop Trump." No, not an example of bias. Loretta Lynch meeting Bill Clinton, not an example of bias. Removing 5 references to gross negligence by Peter Strzok, not an example of bias. Lisa Page saying, "Oh, we have to stop. He's not going to be president, honey." Not an example of bias. James Comey exonerating Clinton before her interview, not an example of bias. All of these non-examples of bias are actual overt bias, not just bias, hatred. John O'Brien meeting Harry Reid. Harry Reid's not his boss. CIA, why is the CIA meeting with Harry Reid? Why is the CIA meeting with Harry Reid? So it's like all of these examples. So Bill Clinton, former President Clinton, boarded Lynch's plane, and Lynch's husband and former President Medford Twine, he was like, "It's a pity your husband's here, because if he wasn't, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, I'm a ladies' man." Following the meeting, Lynch publicly denied having any conversation about the mid-year investigation. Well, what is she going to say? Even if let's just say they didn't, Bill Clinton is very sly and deceptive, and he's like, "So, how are all those secrets that you want kept secret?" You know what I mean? Let's just pretend we're talking about golf, Brexit, and grandchildren. How about those secrets? Would be a pity if perhaps people knew too much about the Brexit. You know what I mean? Brexit, which isn't really Brexit, but it could be something else. Former president. Okay, so nevertheless, the meeting created significant controversy. Nevertheless, so Lynch publicly denied. But people still, nevertheless, it created controversy. People are just so stubborn and abrasive. She already didn't. So the report here is written in a way where they met. It's basically like, I love Star Trek, and this is like, I wouldn't even want to offend Spock by comparing him to this, but it's written like a Vulcan who was not half human wrote this, and it's just unbelievable. Like, so they meet in a plane, and the way it's written in the IG report, this is actually page 1, where it says, well, she denied everything. So, but people were still upset. We don't know why. That's bizarre. Why would they still be upset? It's bizarre. We have no idea why. Okay, so the following day, Saturday, July 2nd, the FBI Department prosecutors interviewed former Secretary Clinton at the FBI's headquarters. Then 2 days later, or 3 days later, she's exonerated. Comey lied under oath. Comey said, "Well, the reason I was leaning towards a certain direction, and so any prosecutor, any agent worthy of any investigation knows where it's heading." No, that's not true. You told people that you didn't exonerate Clinton before the interview. From July 2nd was the meeting with Bill Clinton and Loretta Lynch. You want to talk about circumstantial evidence? They're hiding in plain sight. Who was it that the Tour de France champion, Lance Armstrong? I believe in the documentary it was like something where like Let's just look up. And Lance, he's like blood doping right in front of Sheila Marie. Thank you. Bribery for a Trump Sessions phone call impersonation. Great job. I'm going to do another one in a minute. $25. Thank you so much, Sheila Marie and Alan Nagane. $50. Thank you so very, very, very much. Thank you, everybody. Just $5, $1. Thank you, just everybody just contributed anything at all. I just want to thank you. It makes my job a great deal easier, and I'm able to go ahead and continue this channel and my voice and this YouTube, my writing. And so just thank you. As my voice is amplified, I want your voice. I'm hoping that everyone else's voice is amplified as well. NWTX 8004. Thank you. That's right. Thank you so much. Ben J. Thank you so much, Ben J. I really appreciate everyone's support and help. A lot of time, thank you. I think that everyone here is experiencing also some things that I've experienced. And, it's very difficult and annoying to be in a world where they're gaslighting not only you, but themselves. They're gaslighting themselves at this point. So it's like, it's just unbelievable. So let's go ahead and do a sessions. Hello, Mr. President. How are you today? Thank you so much for taking my call. Yes, Mr. Horowitz speaks tomorrow. Okay, yes. And Peter Strzok, can you believe it? I'm like a kid on Christmas morning. He's going to go ahead and testify. Testify to the Lord or to the Senate. Well, I just heard something completely. I almost vomited. Did you know that John Brennan wants to do a porno? Yes, with Stormy. It'll be Make America Horny Again. Yet, can you believe it? Well, John Brennan has lost it. I mean, he's going to go ahead in that voice. This is John O'Brien. I'm doing a porno. Yes. Well, I don't even know what's going on. I can't believe it myself. I'd probably barf for about 3 days straight if I watched it. Yes. Okay, sir. All right, I'll call you back. Poo-poo out. All right, bye. Thank you. So it's like I couldn't think of anything at all, and that was ridiculous. But I'll think of something as we're going ahead. But Stormy Daniels, actually, I'm not making it up, and this is actually public knowledge. Stormy had a Make America Horny Again tour. So hold on one second. This is Stormy Daniels. Make America Horny. So anyway. Why is this? That's hilarious. This is so great because now it's like they like scrubbed it from Google. It's just so great. Hold on, Make America. Oh, Chicago Tribune. That's right. Chicago Tribune. Okay, so Stormy Daniels recently closed out a weekend of shows at the Admiral Theater in Chicago as part of her Make America Horny Again tour. There you go. Did I lie? I don't lie. June 17th, it's Father's Day. So that's would be an interesting Father's Day gift. Here, honey, go ahead and watch Stormy Daniels in her Make America Horny Again tour. This is the Chicago Tribune. So I'm just going to go ahead and tweet and put this. Oh, I'll tweet it out. Tweet. Okay, so I'll tweet that out. And then what I'll do is, I don't know why I'm doing this. Meow1124, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Meow1124. So she has a Make America Horny Again tour, and that's not even like I'm not making it up. Here's the link, Chicago Tribune. Okay. So, okay. Anyway, do they talk about Stormy here? Nope. No reference to Stormy. Okay. So Bill Clinton, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 17. And references, sorry. John D. Podesta is an attorney who served as chairman. Oh, hello. During his career, Podesta also serves in various high-level positions in both the Bill Clinton and Barack Obama administration. Okay. Antic and Podesta have had a long-standing personal and professional relationship during the Bill Clinton administration, including Katzig serving as Podesta's lawyer. Okay, in 1988, during the independent counsel investigation. So and then Katzig is a DOJ official who helped. So they all know each other for decades. They're all in on it. And all the Republicans have to do, if you want a new guard of Republicans, if you live in a district with Lee Zeldin in New York or Matt Gaetz, I believe in Florida, or Ron DeSantis in Florida, where's Matt Gaetz? Oh, I'm wrong about Matt. Am I wrong about Matt Gaetz? Go ahead, email them, and just simply ask, number one, how did Hillary Clinton transfer top secret intelligence from SIPRNet, JWICs, and SCIFs? And number two, just go ahead and say questions that Peter Strzok should answer. What did he mean by stop Trump? What did he mean by an insurance policy? How could he not have let his hatred for Trump focus all the attention on mid-year investigation, the Clinton email investigation, focus on the stupid Crossfire Hurricane, the Trump Russia probe with no evidence at all, a Steele dossier, and not the Clinton email probe, the mid-year investigation, which, by the way, Strzok should be asked about the Steele dossier because BuzzFeed is suing the DNC. So it's just unbelievable. Let's do some more fun word searches. So I did a whole segment on classified. If you type in classified, if you type in Clinton Foundation, those are an insane amount of information there. Let's just go ahead. How many wieners are in here? There are 463 wieners too. Classified. That's hilarious. This is a little tidbit. There's 674 references to classified intelligence. And how many wieners are there? Okay, I'm tweeting this out. And I'm going to talk about wiener. Anthony. 463 wiener references. All right? That's a lot of wiener. That definitely is. That's a lot of wiener. That's a truckload of wieners. That is a whole lot of wang. That's a lot of wieners. So let's go ahead and... So I'm going to go ahead and tweet this out. That's 463 references to wiener. And let me just tweet this out. If they're missing out on a whole lot because we are the only channel, the only live stream talking about wiener 463 times. Wiener references. 463 wiener dogs. Okay, so this is really important because you can't have 463 references to wiener and it be just a normal document. My limit is, one reference to Wiener. Then it becomes very weird. But they're like, 463 Wieners, no problem. Discovery on the laptop of emails of the Wiener. Discovery in September 2016 of emails on the Wiener laptop. Notice how Democrats aren't saying, hey, there's 18 classified emails. Hey, how did those emails get there? Oh, who cares? They're like, oh, it's no problem. Russia. They didn't even know how, even if they're fantasies, they're like conspiracy theories and fantasies. They're not true. There's no evidence. But let's say they were true. They didn't even explain how Russia would have influenced Wisconsin. They don't even go to the length of explaining how did they manipulate the Electoral College. But all right, so let's just go ahead. Wiener 1, come in, Wiener 1. Okay, so Anthony Weiner's relationship. Well, that's not good. In September 2016, the FBI's New York field office. Wow, what does the FBI's New York field office know that we don't? Probably a lot. And the U.S. Attorney Office for the Southern District of New York, which, by the way, there are new district attorneys, began investigating former Congressman Anthony Weiner. By the way, have you noticed that Trump is like more settled in? He's more calm, meaning like he's almost like when he speaks about this issue, it's almost like he knows something we don't know. So there's something going on. It's just almost like Sessions is like, you make people think you hate me, okay? Let's just continue the charade. We'll get him. Don't worry. Don't worry, sir. We'll get him. Anthony Weiner on his relation. Okay, so in September 2016, the FBI's New York field office began investigating Anthony Weiner for his online relationship with a minor. A federal search warrant was obtained on September 26, 2016 for Weiner's iPhone, iPad, and laptop computer. The FBI obtained these devices the same day. The search warrant authorized the government to search for evidence relating to the following crimes: transmitting obscene material to a minor, sexual exploitation of children, and activities related to child pornography. Wow. This is in the executive summary. The Weiner case agent told the OIG that he began processing Weiner's device on September 26th, and that he noticed within hours there were over 300,000 emails on the laptop. He said that, and this is on page 8 of the download. It's like appendix 7, Roman numeral page 7. It's the beginning of the document. In the preface, he said that he recalled seeing emails associated with about 7 domains, such as yahoo.com, state.gov, clintonfoundation.org, clintonemail.com, and hillaryclinton.com. And you know this would be a profanity alert beyond all profanity alerts. This is on page 8 of the 568 download. Here, I'll go ahead and here you can go ahead. This is actually Alan. Thank you so much. Again, just popped up, but thank you for that. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Thanks for everybody in this live stream chat. The super chat. I'm going to tweet this out. This is so important. So it's not just pre-stab. Or is this the case agent that they're referring to? It's probably not pre-stab. It's probably somebody else in addition. So wait, so this is unbelievable. This is absolutely unbelievable. And then she had the audacity, my emails. Give me a break. Unbelievable. So there was actually there's actually more evidence that Clinton Foundation, not only Clinton email, HillaryClinton.com, ClintonFoundation.org. Unbelievable. Associated with 7 domains. He recalled emails associated with 7 emails associated. So then it wasn't just, it was email addresses. The case agent immediately notified the NYO chain of command. So he finds all this Clinton email, Clinton Foundation stuff, and then he goes to the New York office and says, hey, look what I found on Weiner's laptop. This is insane stuff. This is absolutely insane stuff. And it kind of almost makes you think like, not like I'm more confident than ever. I'm more confident than ever that Clinton will eventually get indicted, because you can't have this many people know the level of criminality without eventually something taking place. So, actual indictments. So here we have, so this is the preface, Roman numeral 7. Oh my God, it gets worse. As we describe in Chapter 9 of our report, Sweeney took the following steps to notify FBI headquarters about the discovery of mid-year related emails on the Weiner laptop. On September 28th, during secure video teleconference, Sweeney secure video teleconference is hilarious. Sweeney reported, "This is a secure video teleconference. Nobody will be able to hack this stream. This is very secure." Sweeney reported that Weiner investigation agents had discovered 141,000 emails on Weiner's laptop that were potentially relevant. Potentially. That's how Comey talks. Potentially. Are you an idiot, Comey? Potentially. Do you know that all of humanity hates your guts? Potentially. The OIG determined that the SVTC was led by the Deputy Director Andrew McCabe, and that approximately 39 senior FBI executives likely would have participated. Comey was not present for the... Oh my God. Comey was not present. Okay, so the SVTC, what's that? It's the secure video teleconference, don't you know? It's a secure video. No one can hack it. No one at all. No one. So Comey was not present for the secure video conference. You know who was? Andrew McCabe. You know why Comey wasn't present? Because he was like, I'm going to let this guy take the fall. I'm going to let him take the fall so I can just go ahead and plausible deniability and write my book, Higher Power, High Authority, a loyalty higher, whatever the heck it was. It should be slithering reptile. Memos of a slithering squeezy reptile. This gets better every second. So now, thank you, John EM. Thank you. And this is actually good for all of us in terms of, it's very difficult to live in a world where everyone is just proudly displaying their stupidity and saying that Clinton is innocent. No, but stop Trump. Insurance policy, no jury, no grand jury, because there's too much classified intelligence. But the crazy thing is that Comey, the interesting thing also, ladies and gentlemen, is that how backstabbing all these people are. These people are the most backstabbing on the planet. So it's also interesting that James Comey allowed McCabe to basically preside over all of these investigations, and especially the Weiner issue. Do you want to know why it's so crazy that he's like, here, Jim, why don't you, here's the wiener. Go ahead and play with that and just do the investigation. The reason that it's important is because it's the same reason John O'Brien met with Harry Reid. John O'Brien met with Harry Reid when Harry Reid was like, is there a reason you're at your meeting with me?
Yes, I wanted to go gambling in Vegas. And there's no reason I'm not meeting with Barack Obama, President Obama, my actual boss. I'm meeting with you, Harry, because I really respect that eye patch you're wearing. It's really wonderful. And Vegas is a fantastic place. I heard about this ranch called the Chicken Ranch. It's supposed to have great chicken. I think I'm going to go there and hang out for the barbecue, if you will. Okay. And no, I'm not. This is not plausible deniability for Obama. No, I wouldn't meet with you, Harry Reid, and tell you about Russian meddling and not tell Obama. Why would I do that? To ensure that Obama has nothing to do directly with Trump Russia? That would be unethical, and that would be also very criminal. I wouldn't do that. Anyway, do you know any showgirls you could hook me up with? Okay, thank you.
This is insane. The biggest backstabber in all of this is Comey. Andrew McCabe was either gullible or stupid or just compromised because his wife took all that money. So maybe he felt that he had to. Maybe he felt also that he would be. Well, also, so he did think that Clinton would win. So he thought Clinton would win and thought that everything was fine. So in that sense, McCabe probably, he has a GoFundMe. He had that GoFundMe by the Democratic strategist. So it's just unbelievable. Sweeney said he spoke again with McCabe on the evening of September 28th. Sweeney said that during his call, he informed McCabe that New York office personnel had continued processing the laptop, and they found now 347,000 emails. One of the EADs told the IG that he then called McCabe, and that McCabe told the EAD that he was aware of the emails. September 28th, McCabe was aware of the emails. October 28th, or October, late October. How is it that Andrew McCabe? Unbelievable. I'll tweet this out. Well, send this out. How is it that McCabe knows? This is so. It's so. You know what they do? They're like, here's the rope. Go ahead and do what you want with it. And that's exactly what Comey did regarding his July 5th conference. It didn't work out for Democrats. Now Democrats think of this as a win because they think anything that corrupt is winning. So September 28th, he knew, FBI knew about laptop wiener in September. So they knew about it for 1 month. They sat on the wiener for 1 month. Okay? Only Comey and McCabe could sit on the wiener laptop for a month. And the laptop, no doubt, also contains. So then Sweeney had also called FBI agents. Okay, so Abe told the OIG that he considered the information provided by Sweeney to be a big deal. Okay, then why didn't you tell anyone? And he said he instructed pre-staff to send a team to New York to review the emails on Wiener's laptop. McCabe told the OIG that he recalled talking to Comey about the issue. Comey said that McCabe's a liar about that also. Comey said he didn't know until right before he wrote the letter. Someone's lying. Someone's lying. I'm going to tweet this out. Comey states he didn't know about laptop until late October. So this is un-effing believable. Unbelievable. It's yet another lie that, I mean, just go ahead. It's simple. You indict McCabe because there's already a criminal charge. Oh my goodness. So Comey says, I didn't know, I just heard about a day before that I wrote the letter, and I just found out. The case agent on this stated that they had known in late September, and the second they knew, September 28th, of all the emails, the second they knew, they informed McCabe. McCabe then says, oh, by the way, I told Comey right when I found out. So who's lying? In the chat room, who's lying? To my amazing chat room, who's lying? Is it McCabe or is it Comey? I think Comey's lying, big time. If you're asking me, I think Comey's lying. I think McCabe actually told Comey, and Comey then just went ahead and continued the lie. I mean, this is just in the beginning of that's just the second wiener. Let's try the third or fourth wiener. No, that's the 11th. That's the 13th wiener. Text messages. Okay, Peter Strzok indicate that he, McCabe, and Priestap discussed the wiener laptop on September 28th. This is unbelievable. They knew about this a month before. These people never read the OIG report. If you don't read the OIG report, it's unbelievable. So they knew about this, and then they're pissed off. Well, why did you tell? Why did you tell people? Oh, my God. Why did the FBI wait for a month? You mean to tell me there wasn't bias? They waited for 1 month. If it was Trump, they would have, oh, my God, the second they found out, it would have been leaked. This is unbelievable. This is absolutely unbelievable. Both are lying. That's true. Well, that's actually, Susan, you could be 100% right about that. Both could be lying about, in their own ways, something. Okay, so Strzok said they initially planned to send a team to New York to reveal, but a conference call, it's like, let's have a conference call. It was scheduled. Then on October 27th, McCabe emailed Comey stating that the mid-year team has come across some additional actions they believe need to be taken. Within the emails they found, an unknown number of BlackBerry communications on the laptop, including one or more messages between Clinton and Abedin, including the possibility that the laptop communications contain communications from the early months of Clinton's tenure. Why is that important? Because the early months of Clinton's tenure, her laptop was unencrypted. You don't even need to work hard to find out that this is just a casual reading. We're doing an analysis, but also a pretty in-depth reading, but it's a casual in-depth reading here. All of these, Matt Gaetz, Zeldin, all of them, they should just simply go ahead and have their staffers read, or they can read the whole OIG report. It is unbelievable. It is absolutely unbelievable. And it's the 17th wiener here. The 18th wiener. Notes from the conference call indicate the participants discussed the presence of a large volume of emails, 300 on the wiener laptop, and specific domains, including Clinton email and state.gov. Game, set, match. Why? It's unbelievable. This is the 18. This is the 18th wiener. This is the 18th wiener out of 463 wieners. I'm telling you what, these people, I tell you what, I can't believe. They knew this on September 29th. September 29th, they knew this, that there was Clinton email and Clinton Foundation information. It's just unbelievable. So they knew about notes from the conference call indicated that participants discussed the presence of a large volume of emails. Okay. Including ClintonEmail.com and state.gov information. So she never had a state.gov, but she worked at the State Department. So Pagliano probably had a state.gov, or maybe he didn't, but other people did. However, we found, after October 4th, we found no evidence that anyone associated with the mid-year investigation, including the entire leadership team at the FBI, took any action on the Wiener laptop until October 24th. Oh my God. And did so only after the Wiener case expressed concerns to SDNY. Oh. Southern Division of New York, prompting SDNY to contact the Office of Deputy Attorney General to raise the concerns about the lack of action. Oh my God. This is insane. Roman numeral 8. This is during the preface, page 9 of the download. This is insane stuff. So they try to slow walk everything. This is insane stuff. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and tweet this out. This is just insane. So they were basically threatened into doing something about the Wiener issue. This is just unbelievable. Prompting Office of the Deputy Attorney General to do something. So October 24th. They learned about it in early October. The only reason they did it, FBI, that's right. Sean on Twitter, FBI sat on the Wiener 467 times. They did. That'll be my next article. The FBI sat on the Wiener 467 times. Unbelievable. By the way, I have a lot of people from New York watching. I love New York. My father's from New York, so I love New York. And I have family in New York. And anyway, so... Oh, my God. Am I going to have to go through all 460 wieners? I mean, I love you guys, but I don't think you want me to. Large volume of emails on Wiener's laptop. Oh my, again. But this is unbelievable. There were ClintonEmail.com emails, not just classified, but there were a large volume of emails on the Wiener laptop, particularly the potential for a large number of ClintonEmail.com emails. This is unbelievable. Okay, so I'll tweet that out too. I mean, it's The OIG could be used to just prosecute Clinton. The IG report can be used to prosecute Clinton. This is insane. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. This is just insane. So they were threatened into Comey was, well, they were threatened into doing something about the Wiener laptop, and Comey only wrote his letter because of all the information. Yet it is the OIG report is just a massive, and it exposes everything. As we described in Chapter 9 of our report, it's funny. They're like, as we described in Chapter 9, the Wiener fell into 4 Wiener categories. The FBI, this is Roman numeral 9. This would be the 28th Wiener of 463 if you do a word search. The FBI mid-year team was waiting for additional information about the contents of the laptop. What more do you need to know? You knew at that point right away that emails, you knew in September. In September, they knew that emails from Hillary Clinton's server were found on the laptop. So what more did they need? Hit subscribe to this channel right now, ladies and gentlemen. Hit subscribe right now. We have 1,461 people watching. 1,467 people watching. Hit subscribe to H.A. Goodman. Tell everyone to hit subscribe to this channel. Also, if you're into the Second Amendment and appreciate firearms the way I do in the Second Amendment, I have a mag dump, which is not Brennan and the poo-poo dossier. It means that I'm firing rapidly, safely, and responsibly using because I bought a AK-47, California legal AK-47. And in honor of Father's Day, I have 2 children. And in honor of Father's Day, I just took some time for myself really quickly before I spent time with the family and the kids, went to the rifle range, unloaded 40 rounds. And that in California language, that's 4 magazines. So on YouTube, my channel will underwhelm people who are used to like 100-round drums, but it's me unloading, and it's about 25 yards away, a steel target embedded in this this hill. It's pretty cool, and I will upload that before Father's Day my time ends. Anyway, key members of the mid-year team had been reassigned to the Russia investigation. So they didn't do anything about the Wiener laptop because they were just assigning people to the Russia investigation, even though there was actual evidence of criminal wrongdoing with Clinton, and they used the Steele dossier. What they should do, they need to ask Strzok about the Steele dossier, because Strzok is going to go ahead and say, well, we really thought that he worked with Russia, so that's why I said we'll stop, and we had to stop Trump. But if that's the case, then flip it on him and say, oh, well, what evidence did you have? Well, we had the Steele dossier. Well, that's not like classified emails on Anthony Weiner's computer. That's called evidence. All right. So if you go 30 Weiner, under these circumstances, we did not have confidence in the Strzok decision to prioritize Russia over the investigation. Bingo. Under these circumstances, we did not have confidence that Strzok's decision to prioritize the Russia investigation over following up the mid-year related investigative lead discovered on the Wiener laptop was free from bias. Yeah, that's another way of saying it wasn't free from bias. probably the most, oh gosh. Okay. I just tweeted that out. Unbelievable. I'm going to go ahead and, okay. This is insane. This is page. So they admit that he prioritized the investigation. That's exactly what. How do you say that? They even say this is page 10. This is page 10. How do you say? How can they have the audacity to say the overall investigation was free from bias? The guy who was in charge of everything from the Clinton, the Wiener laptop to Russia to everything else. This is just unbelievable. This is absolutely insane. So they admit that Strzok had his bias led them to not. Thank you. Thank the Lord you're not a low energy Democrat. Well, I'm not a Democrat, that's for sure. Although I'm registered as one, but I have to change that. I'm no longer any label. I really am no longer any label. Because then you get like, oh, you're not pure enough. Da, 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 da. Oh my God, you're not pure enough. Oh, you're this or that. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Give me your thoughts below. Share this segment everywhere. We will go ahead and leave it. We'll leave it at page. Well, it's the 31th wiener of 463 wieners. The 31st reference, I should say. Page 9. Under these circumstances, we did not have confidence that Strzok's decision to prioritize the Russia investigation over following up the mid-year related investigation lead discovered on the Wiener laptop was free from bias. Yeah. That is because there was all bias. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe right now. Hit subscribe right now to H.A. Goodman on YouTube. Look down, a lot of copycat channels, a lot of really weird channels out there. Hilarious. Really funny. And and hit subscribe. If you see channels that don't say like 116,000 subscribers and it says H.A. Goodman, just go to, make sure it's 116 plus thousand. Hit subscribe right now. I want to thank everyone in the super chat. Thank you all for watching. Thank you. I might do an H.A. After Dark tonight. So if you're up, we can spend some time together and talk about Strzok and FBI and Page and everything else. The fact that there was no bias there. The Inspector General report. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Have a blessed, safe, and happy Father's Day. And I feel that we're all in this together because there's just not many people actually reading the report. So thank you again. Hit subscribe. See you soon.